Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome to Cinderville Gaming. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. We're here with a hobby hangout tonight. Hobby and chatting. I just realised something brand new on this. I've got to upgrade to the professional plan though. But we'll be able to get two screens, so you'll be able to see my pretty face and get the painting up. So really looking forward to that. But for now, we are continuing to paint up the Warriors of Rohan. Oops, I've got to get used to it. I'm just going to adjust this. I've got to get this to a height where it's not bothering me. I think that's better. Yeah, we are painting up some Rohan warriors at the moment, some archers, and then I've got the spearmen and my swordsman to do for the Rohan warriors, and a couple of characters, and we are done with Rohan. A bit. We've got some Gondor and some Mordor that I'll be working on next. Hello everyone, come and join us for a hobby hangout. Just letting people know we are live, but hope everyone is doing well. If you're joining us, let us know what hobby you're working on. We're just, as I said, making our way slowly through this Rohan force. Hopefully can have these archers smashed out soon. Hey, Poppers, we are working on some Warriors of Rohan. And just some archers for my Rohan force. Got my Riders of Rohan have pretty much finished up there. Just got to get basing done. So we're just starting out on these. Well, pretty much done all the base colors. I've got to do the base in the green and done a lot of the work. So not an awful lot left to do on these. Doing the second layer of skin till we put the wash down. It takes practice, man. Like, painting is one of those things you just got to keep at. Would certainly say, like, as the first thing to like get with painting is like definitely how I've improved is following like painting tutorials. Even just like the GW painting tutorials, I'm following them to the letter. They were a big help for finally getting me to start painting properly. Hello, Revan. Nice to see you, mate. It's quite funny. I've got like a room full of painted minis now. But probably, I would say 4 years ago, I had never painted a full army. We're in Australia, so Adelaide, Australia. South Australia. Where we're located. Hello to everyone popping into the chat. If you're there, let us know what hobby you're getting on, what you've been doing lately, hobby-wise. No, all good. Could be called worse things than a POM. So yeah, we're just slowly working through these Warriors of Rohan. Get these done. I've got the archer, the spearmen, and the swordsman to go. Once they're done, I've got a couple of characters. So I have Theoden, Eowyn, Gamling, and Grimbold. Zera. Nice. Scarborough Colt Terminators. Awesome, man. Love me some Thousand Suns minis. Love me some Thousand Suns. I do like the Thousand Suns as one of my favorite Chaos Legions. And it's probably got something to do with them being blue. I'm not a sucker for Ahriman. I think Ahriman's a cool character. I do want to get reading Aramon's Black Library series. Heard lots of good things about it. Hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, just posted in the Discord my current read list. I'm up to 50 Black Library books read for the year. So, well, I'm on book 50. I'm currently listening to Grombrindle Chronicles of the Wanderer, the White Dwarf story. Sorry, about Grombrindle, the White Dwarf, which has been quite enjoyable. Got a couple others I've picked up off Audible that are going to be next. I have not. I am not much of a computer gamer at all. I'd say my computer is good enough to stream me painting Warhammer and to put together a battle report, and that is the extent of my computering quality. And I have a Switch for game-wise, so it's not really the best thing for running Dark Tide on. Yeah, I'm normally painting Warhammer in my free time. This is my full-time job, so if I'm playing video games, I'm very much a Pokemon nerd when it comes to Oh, nice, Chewy Zero. I think I'd be around the 200 mark this year. I don't think I'm quite going to hit the heights I hit last year. Right, at least got to the model a day. At the moment, it's Scarlet and Violet, so I've been playing Scarlet. But I am very much a blue fan, mainly because my starter, Gen 1, is Squirtle. I am water starter in every Pokemon game except Gen 3 and Gen 7. So Torchic and Chespin are the only non-water starters I've picked in Pokemon. Summer Christmas plans. We're just going to have a quiet one. Poppers, in all honesty, I've played it most every night since it came out, and I've had one crash, and that was during an evolution in a really densely populated Pokemon area. If you go looking for the flaws, you're going to find them. If you just play the game, I've had no issues. I've had a couple of issues with maybe frame rate dropping in the towns when the towns are particularly busy, but nothing that's affected my enjoyment of the game at all. I think a lot of the people that are picking out them are being overly picky. It's your general Pokemon fan thing. So yeah, I've had one crash in quite a lot of gameplay, and it was at a time where the game was doing a lot. Yeah, I've been thoroughly enjoying the latest titles. I think it's quite easily. Oh, nice. Yeah, dude. I think it's like people will find bugs, and then other people will go look for them and go, "Oh, I found the bug." It's like, if you're looking for it, is it really a bug? If you have to go looking for this thing, is it really a bug of the game, or is it you trying to break the game? So now we're going to start the. I got to work on not knocking my camera when it's above me. But yeah, I'm just not much of a video game player outside of Pokemon. So Darktide, I have not tried at all. I've heard many people very happy with it though. Quite a few of my friends have been playing it. Me, time playing video games is time I could be painting models that I need to paint. What Intro 40k stuff are you talking about? Like Darktide stuff? Are you talking about? Like I've watched like reviews and stuff like that on it. I'm always excited to see like things push the narrative and all that. Very much a narrative gamer at heart, so like I'm really excited to see a video game. I've been looking at the latest White Dwarf, which has a conversion guide on getting the models out. I'm making the models, which was really cool. So if you are a fan of Darktide and you want to create the models, they have a complete conversion guide on the latest White Dwarf. I think is really cool. Yeah. Oh, nice. Conquest. I love Conquest, the last Argument of Kings. Probably after we finish Lord of the Rings, I'll be working on getting our Conquest armies fully up and ready on the channel, and we'll have regular Conquest stuff going on the channel very soon. We've got quite a few armies, actually. We've got Old Dominion, Spires, 100 Kingdoms, and Nords all ready to go. And Wadurun, all for Conquest and First Blood. Not very good at what? Not very good at Conquest. Oh, nice. Wadruna, super cool. I mean, what's not to like about orcs riding dinosaurs? Like, that faction sells itself for that, doesn't it? Hades, we are still working on the Middle-earth Rohan archers. Slowly getting there. Been a couple of slack days of painting. I knew what you meant, Poppers. Yeah, there's so many names in our Conquest that are like ridiculous with their spelling. Oh, and I just hit my light. Sorry about that, everyone. No worries, Poppers. Thank you very much for dropping in. Have a good one. So, yeah. Black Library Reveal Show. What did people think of the Black Library Reveal Show? We did our hobby hangout during it the other day. What were people's thoughts on everything released? Like, I don't think there's anything I didn't like that was revealed. I mainly didn't like that the reveal was mostly repetitive, very repetitive. I like Mecha. I'm not very knowledgeable on Gundam Revan. I know of it. But I don't know the names of any Gundam. Yeah, Hades, like I would have liked to see. It did end up getting a decent amount. Yeah, that's what, and a lot of it was just like repeating. Like, I would have preferred rather than like the two presenters. I felt without Adam, like as much as Adam is so heavily into 40k, it's quite clear that he leads the discussion. That was extremely noticeable. It was very hard to. I get like it was very. Didn't seem organized without Adam Troke there. Felt because like Adam has sort of led all the other shows, like he sort of led it. I don't think like Eddie has really had that chance to like lead it in a way. Does that make sense? Like Eddie always bounces off what Adam says. Adam leads the conversation, and Eddie puts in to the conversation. And with the two of them there, like the other dude is just not very charismatic, I would say. He seems like a nice guy and all that. He's quite passionate about Warhammer 40k mostly, but yeah, it really felt odd without Adam there. Like, and like the last one didn't feel quite as right either with like Adam and I can't remember the other dude's name. Where Adam and Eddie seem to, yes, they are very much both 40k and don't really care about AOS, but there is an enjoyment to watching the two of them because they do have chemistry talking about Warhammer together. Like I could believe that Adam and Eddie were friends outside of GW. Which is like important. If you've got two people, they need to be able to bounce off each other. Where the other one, those two were sort of, one would talk for a long time before the other one would put in anything. Yeah, but those two AOS Black Library models were our AOS releases. They weren't Black Library. Like, it would have been cool to see, okay, here's the two AOS 1 days, and here's, like, I'm quite happy with Messinius getting a model. Make no mistake. Like Messinius, 100%. I really like that Space Marine model, actually. Like, his Power Fist is really cool. I think there's a lot that can be done with that model. Like, it's a cool model. And, you know, you get people that are Space Marine, like, AOS already had the two characters, but, like, they were releases for an AOS release, so it's like, it's not for the Black Library Weekender. You know, like, let's get Messinius and, I don't know, what can we have? Like, what's a character that could do with a new model? or do with a model. I mean, you just released Grombrindle story. What about making a proper Grombrindle model for Age of Sigmar? Or, you know, if you're going to announce a new Drecky Flint novel, give us a member of his crew. Like, give us the ogre that works with him or one of his crew, because the ogres in Drecky, like, I mean, Tyrion, obviously, but, like, or, like, another character that's, like, really popular, like something like Prince Mesa. Or, you know, like, Stormcaster popular, give us Hamilcar. Give Hamilcar a model. Like, how excited were people when we finally got a Garda Steel Soul model? Like, so many people I know own that model and don't play Stormcast because it's Garda Steel Soul. Like, give us Hamilcar Buried. I mean, you could make Hamilcar quite cool. Like, he's a Lord Castellan that's now a Night Quester with his own cool Gryph-hound. Like, I think you could, like, and Gardas was like a really cool posed model. Like, he used the artwork properly. I think you could make a model for Hamilcar quite awesome. But, like, upcoming Battletome release of the Gits and Beast of Chaos, I'm quite excited for. Both armies I have a lot of stock in. Slaves to Darkness full release is upcoming first. So that'll be in January, they've sort of announced. Won't be this year, it'll be next year. Well, I hope that the mixed army for Gits is playable, so... Like, because that's the only problem with, like, the mixed box at the moment. The mixed arms Gits Force doesn't work. Or at least isn't very good. Like, so my hope would be that it's a mixed box for the Vanguard, but it can actually work, be a mixed box that can actually work. Like, 'cause that's the issue with Gits. Lord Regents would certainly fill up the space more. The Dawn Riders are pretty small. What about, like, you might actually find almost that the problem with Dawn Riders is going to be your legs. The legs are attached to the mounts, as is the Lord Regent. So actually, your better option would be to go the Kangaroo Riders, because the riders are entirely separate from the mount, and the legs are also wider spread because they're standing. Are they separate? But yeah, I actually think the Kangaroo Riders would be better than both of them, because your legs are going to be like much wider, because they're standing up on the mounts. They've also got like really like lots of like billowing like clothing on them as well, which would look heaps cool on the dragon, showing like the drag, the sort of wind rushing through the dragon a lot more. Oh, they're going to do I think they've already shown with the Vanguard boxes that the Vanguard boxes will be bits and pieces. They won't be one style of army, except the Fire Slayers, which are one style of army. I think the only issue going with like Lord Regent is it's going to require a lot of converting to make each one look something special. Like, I hope. Oh, does he? I can't remember. It's been a while since I built mine. I don't remember thinking. Oh, yeah, I think the Warden plaques could be really cool because it actually makes sense that they could actually reach. Hmm. I don't think Soulblight are going to see a Vanguard box for a while, just because that Star Collecting box is not old. I do know Manfred was on Abyssal Terror. He was the model on Abyssal Terror, I think. Oh fuck! I'm gonna keep doing that for a bit until I remember it's there. The light and my camera, right there. Keep hitting my head here. But yeah. So the cool thing, figured out how I can get two cameras going at once. So that'll be a thing that I work on. Once we have a bit of spare cash, I'll be able to get two cameras going. Yeah, so slowly getting our way through all these warriors. Hopefully, have these finished tomorrow. Start working on the next batch of warriors. Start working on swordsman or spearman tomorrow once these are done. It's just a cloth and skin I've got to do on these now. And cloth and skin. Reality, ouch. Why would you do that to yourself, buddy? That sounds awful. You love large Skaven armies. I do want to paint up of oh dear. Oh. But yeah, so hoping to get my Rohan all done, move on to my other Middle Earth forces so we can get Middle Earth happening on a What are you trying to say there? How many drop paint bottles? How many have you dropped paint bottle in your painting career? In your painting career or career? Is that what you mean? Paint. I've dropped plenty of paint bottles or washers. I had a really bad one the other day. Picked the paint out of like the tub I was using to carry a bunch of paints inside to paint while I was at the kitchen table, just minding being with the kiddies. I went to go pick a paint out of the container. Turns out I forgot to put the lid on, close the lid on one of the washers. And yeah, it was all over all my paints. I had to clean so many different paint pots. I have dropped a paint pot holding it, getting a dot, and then dropped it. It went everywhere. I've dropped my airbrush while putting stuff in the top of it. I think the worst painting mishap I've ever seen happen was when I was at a GW store, someone trying to open one of their a brand new wash. They opened it, and they had to put so much force into opening it, it's flung everywhere, and it hit most people's models on the table. This black, this Nun oil all over people's stuff, all over models on the table that were already painted, you know, people doing production lines like this, and it was all over them. Yeah, that was a very awkward like moment. I was lucky. I was only building stuff that day. But it went on some of my models that I was built on. I was like, mine only grey plastic. I see people here with splotches on their models. They're, you know, half painted or finished painting. That was not fun to see. Yeah, there were a lot of not happy people at that table. Accident or not, I don't think anyone is happy to have their models. Yeah. I remember that was not a very nice situation to be involved in. I just sort of packed up my stuff and left. It's just like, I don't want to be here for the arguments. But yeah, so probably be back tomorrow night with a hobby hangout as well. It's Wednesday, so I'm going to get back to getting them. Hopefully, I'm better, so I can start doing them more and more. I say that a lot. I said that a few times, and then I've gotten sick again. So fingers crossed I don't get sick again. What if GW released a set like Broken Realms thematic box but unlimited run? I like those limited edition boxes so long as they're plentiful enough that everyone can get one. I don't mind them. I don't think the Broken Realms boxes. I still know some places that have them hanging about. But yeah, I like that sort of stuff. Alrighty, well, we're going to leave it there for tonight because I have an important meeting in the morning for my daughter, so we're going to leave it there for tonight. But thank you, everyone who did come and chat and hobby and hang out with us for the night. It's been fun, little hobby hangout tonight. Hopefully be back tomorrow night as well with a little bit longer of a hobby hangout. But thank you all for coming and watching. Stay safe, everyone. Stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.